Mali, Africa's third largest gold producer, a sweeping government decree has stunned the mining industry. Over 90 exploration permits have been revoked. Among them, licenses held by Harmony Gold, IAM Gold, Cora Gold, Birimian Gold, and Resolute Mining. Authorities insist the move is purely administrative. They say companies were asked to update their documentation on the new mining regulations introduced early this year, but many failed to do so.
L'article 204.
Yes, it is Article 204 of the 2023 Mining Code that authorizes such suspension, but it also provides for the reallocation of permits. Certain conditions must be made. For example, if a company carries out no exploration activity for 6 months, its authorization may be withdrawn. The criteria are clearly stated in the law. Many contracts were granted in the past, but the 2023 Code sets out stricter new conditions. The goal is to clean up the sector, reduce opacity, and increase transparency in the allocation process.
But the decree provides little detail, no explanation on whether the firms can appeal or reapply, and no mention of the total area affected or the value of the exploration's activities. Cora Gold told Reuters it had already relinquished the affected permits more than 2 years ago and said the delayed cancellation had no impact on its operations. The other companies, Harmony Gold, IAM Gold, Birimian, and Resolute, did not immediately respond to requests for comments. The move comes as Mali tightens regulations across its mining sector, part of a regional trend toward greater state oversight.
Whether you are national or international partners, the main point is that any company wishing to operate in Mali must comply with Malian regulations. This decision has no negative impact. Foreign companies are not prohibited from mining in Mali. The only requirement is that they respect the laws and regulations in force.
Mali's mining sector is a lifeline for its economy, generating nearly 80% of export earnings. But growing insecurity, political uncertainty, and shifting regulations have already slowed new foreign investments. Analysts say while the latest move may strengthen Mali's sovereignty, it could also send a chill through the investment climate.
You know, mining companies come here to obtain permits, and as soon as their tax exemption period ends, they move to the neighboring country. I worked at the Saima gold mine. After 2 5-year exemptions, they left the site, claiming there was no more gold. Because once the exemptions end, profitability decreases. As soon as they are asked to pay taxes, they leave. By then, they have already made enough profit. But this shows that we must strengthen traceability, transparency, and formalization of the entire export chain so that the trade benefits everyone and does not serve to fuel criminal terrorist networks.
Across West Africa, similar reforms are reshaping the mining landscape. In Guinea, dozens of dormant permits have been withdrawn. In Niger, new mining codes are giving the state a large stake in operations. Mali now joins that wave, seeking more accountability but risking investor caution in the process. For now, uncertainty remains over what comes next, both for the companies affected and for Mali's image as a mining destination. But one thing is certain: as Mali redefines its mining landscape marks yet another chapter in Africa's growing push to rewrite the rules of resource ownership. Mamadou Tsapili, CGTN, Bamako.